The Columbia Sportswear CEO Tim Boyle is with me now. Tim, this is the sort of thing that you need to help you. Ports being open 24 hours a day. Will that make a difference?
Well, I hope so. You know, most ports around the world are open 24/7, and it's a bit of a surprise that the one in Los Angeles and Long Beach is not. But anything that can move goods, I think, would be an important step in the right direction. You know, there'll be another bottleneck somewhere, but we have to keep knocking these things down as we find them to get the streaming of our products and the products of others to consumers.
So yeah, I mean, to the extent that you import from ASEAN and Southeast Asia, Vietnam in particular, and then you distribute globally and particularly through the United States, do you feel helpless to be able to deal with these issues that are much greater than one company can deal with?
Yeah, you know, it's the environment that we're in. You know, the last 20 or 30 years in business, the preaching has always been about just in time. Make sure you don't have too much inventory. Make sure you have the proper inventory at the proper time, exactly when you need it. And businesses have adopted that to their benefit. But when you get something like the pandemic, which interrupts this even slightly, you end up with these kinds of ripple effects throughout. And one company like ourselves really can't do anything. We really have to rely on others, you know, suppliers to us of logistics support. And then, frankly, the government needs to step in, as the president did, to break these log jams.
Tim, on this question of sustainable, we had the CEO of Pirelli on the programme earlier. He talked a lot about how out of COP26 in Glasgow, there needs to be realistic expectations of what's possible rather than silly promises being made. The difference is, though, people don't necessarily fall in love. The consumer doesn't fall in love with one tyre or the other, most cases. But they do with footwear. They do with things like your product. So how aware are you that you need to be sympathetic or empathetic with the demands of your consumers?
Well, you know, very much so. Frankly, I'm criticized significantly by employees here at the company for not talking about our emphasis and our activities on sustainability. And that's because as an outdoor company, it's really table stakes for us to be able to be empathetic and to be doing significant actions as it relates to climate change and protecting the environment. So we spend a lot of time internally on activities around people, places, and processes to get ourselves so we can contribute to the reduction of greenhouse gases. But talking about it through marketing efforts, and I agree with you, it falls on deaf ears. It's just expected. We have to do the right thing.
What is the right thing? And at what point in the short term, I accept, long term, it will improve the bottom line, but short term, it hits it?
Well, there's lots of things we can do, even on the margins. And I would suggest several things that we've worked on as it relates to processes is to help our factories in Asia use less water. And as it relates to water, make the water cleaner for the families of the employees who work in these factories, working together with shipping companies to increase the capacity of containers, meaning we fill them more full so we don't have to have multiple containers and additional costs. So there's many things we've done and continue to do on the margins to help. And these things will all, over time, help us get to our goals of an improved climate.
Tim, I'm grateful you've taken time to talk to us from Oregon. Thank you, sir. Tim Boyle of
Thank you.
Columbia.